What's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. Today I'm here to bring you something a little bit different to what I usually do. So these are my wheel settings that I'm using for F1 2017. So going into the controls now, and I created a control scheme called normal. That's what I use. I'm not going to show you my actual controls because you didn't need that, but going to calibration, that I leave at default. I have in the past changed on other games, steering linearity, but I don't really change that now. I don't really need to. If I do, I may change it in the future, but I doubt I will change it anytime soon because I don't really need to. Then I'm going to vibration and force feedback. Now myself, I have a force feedback wheel. I use that on. I use every setting apart from maximum wheel rotation, which is new for this year. I just leave that on 360, whereas everything else is on the maximum setting. So originally, the vibration and force feedback strength was on 100, and I was driving yesterday and I thought, okay, this feels not really that right, so I changed it. So I had a look and put it up to 150 maximum settings. I would like to say that this varies completely from wheel to wheel, and it's also just personal preference. My personal preference is to have everything on maximum. You know, in my environmental effects, everything just on maximum, whereas other people might not be able to handle maximum. One of my good friends actually was surprised when I told them I use these wheel settings. They thought that it would probably rip my arms off, but it doesn't. You know, I use maximum and everything pretty much. So that's just my personal preference. And the wheel I use is a Thrustmaster T300 RS. Which is a detachable wheel as well, and I took off the original wheel and I have the Ferrari F1 wheel add-on, so I use that as well, and that is basically it. My wheel set, they feel nice to me, but you know, if you want to eventually get up to these wheel settings, or if you want to and if you use the same wheel, then you might not be able to handle these settings originally, but if you want to use these settings eventually, then you can always work your way up by putting them lower and then just working your way up every single time. And I would say go for what feels right for you. You may have to fiddle around with them a bit, but I personally don't, because I know how to control the car with these settings. I always use these settings. I have since I think F1 2013, so I've used these settings for a very, very long time. I think I first put mine to maximum on F1 2015, and then I went back to F1 2013 and at 2012, and then I had to put the settings up from what they were originally. But yeah, that's just basically it, the settings that I like. So if you did find this video helpful, then please give it a big like, comment down below what you thought, subscribe if you're new for weekly and moment daily F1 content. You can follow me on Twitter at Shadowslasher82. As always, there is a link to that down in the description. But that's been it from me, and I will see you next time.